Okay, so I have started the recording, but whatever Adarsh is doing right now is just trying to create a calculator where he is trying to add two numbers and show it in the right line. Okay, that's fine.
By using calculator app only, right?
Correct.
Means,
So let's take this small example because we have limited time and we want to complete. But as we complete this example, we will go into a broader perspective.
okay.
May I know who is Ravi Sharma? Ravi Sharma, did we speak earlier?
Yeah, this is Raviteja. Uh,
Okay.
hello. Sorry, hi Vajrang. Hello.
Yeah, I got you, Ravi.
Yeah.
There is no value that's printing out. You haven't click equal to. Click on equal to
Okay.
and then get the value.
Mhm. Thank you. This. Why it is not displaying?
So for that to display, you just need to select edit selector, highlight. So this is will select only when there is 9. Display is 9.
Okay.
So if you can just remove the name, so it will select everything that's there in calculator results.
Okay. Can we use wildcard in here?
Yes. But having the text, see, selectors should be in such a way that they are unique.
Mm.
Having a wild character doesn't make any difference. Still not getting. So let's go ahead and edit text selector. Indicate element. Open new explorer. So do you know that there is also a calculator option in snippets?
Okay.
Okay, let's remove the name. Text we have. So if you click on this, then it will be text expression. Can you open Calculator, please. Okay, go back to this selectors.
Studio.
No, selectors. Somehow I'm not able to see the taskbar at the bottom. Okay, can you open it? Yeah. Oh, you made it hidden. Just a second. Let's stop automatically hide. So it will be easier for us. Okay, so this is saved. Shit. Okay, let's wait. There was a small button that I should not have clicked at the right bottom. Let others join back. Okay. Meanwhile, do you have any other questions? How many of you have started preparing resumes, or if you haven't started, you are actually wasting your time? Sorry, others. Okay, give me the access, please. And also minimize at the bottom, you will have Teams, right? Just minimize that. Okay, let's go with this. And then copy. Let's use copy text or get full text. So indicate element. Okay, this is not coming in. Okay, let's copy the target directly. So since get text is not working, I'm using get full text activity. Get full text activity actually takes the data even if it is in the background. So this will be a value and the value is coming from here. Okay, let's go ahead and debug and see what's there. Okay. Okay, now you have the result. Can you see the result, everyone?
Yes, yes, Vajrang. Vajrang, you have enabled something in other system, right?
No,
Disabled, sorry.
I haven't disabled anything. Like at the right bottom, there is when you are sharing the screen, there is a Teams option that got hidden. So
Okay.
that's why he was out of the screen sharing for some time. He joined back and he shared it. Okay. See, the main idea of this one is you are opening a calculator. So see here, attach window is what we have. Now, when we don't have calculator open, then how can we get this done? So, Adarsh, please also add. Let's debug the file. Let's see what are the questions that we are going to get when we are correcting the code. Okay. So, how many of you think that even if you close this attached window, it will work?
No, it will not work.
No.
Okay,
It's
debug
not
it.
working.
Debug it first. Then Debug it, Adarsh. What is the default timeout?
30 seconds.
Yeah, great. So what was the error you are getting? Application could not find the UI element. Okay. Now let's stop and add open browser, open application activity as well. Attached browser should not be inside open application. Attached browser should be outside open application. The main reason is attached browser also has a target element or a parent element by default. It's like a container. Yeah, open calculator and indicate it on the screen. Is it done? Okay, close the calculator and start the process. Let's see how it works. Okay, so now the status or we got the result. One thing we didn't do. After we open the application and after completion of the transactions, do we need to close it or not?
Yes.
So why don't you add close application as well? Yeah, just click on that. That should be enough. No need to click on that button. Click on the application. That should be enough. Yes. If you see in the selector of that close application, what is it doing? Click on the selector, properties and selector. Properties will be on the right side and selector will be in the properties. Yes. See the selector, open the selector. So it is selecting calculator by default. But the problem that I can see is app IDs might be changing, but you just need to confirm whether it's changing or not next time when you are working. Okay. So let's close it and run it again. Debug. Let's make it fast. We don't have enough time. So did it open, complete the process and did it close? Okay. So now I want Vishnu. Vishnu, so guide Adarsh so that he creates an input file. In the previous session, we have created, right? First number, second number, and the output should be added to a Excel, or it should just be printed for now.
Vajran, sorry, I'm in office now, so I
Okay.
cannot talk much.
Okay,
Just
Trishula,
listen.
no problem.
As,
Trishula,
thanks.
Trishula, can you please guide Adarsh in creating the Excel? Make it fast. You need to speak out, Trishula. There was a lot of problem from your end. Okay, let's try it with Sarita. Sarita, can you do it?
No, okay,
Just try it
I
out.
don't get.
Just try it out.
So,
Create an Excel and
mm,
then add two files, two columns. Just guide him how to do that.
no. First, we need to create an Excel and then add two columns.
Okay, make others do it. Okay,
May I know what is this two columns for in
first number
Excel?
and second number, just to add it in the Excel, like add it in the calculator. Okay, give out numbers. So others, if you are doing, tell what you are doing.
Sorry, Vajran, I didn't know.
Okay, fine. Others, please tell what you are doing. You're on mute, others, I guess.
So, so I will open Excel application scope and I will pick these 4 and 5 numbers.
Add two more column, two more rows.
2 more rows, okay. Okay. So, mm, yeah, I will pick this each and every row
Mm-hmm.
of each and every column,
Mm-hmm.
and I will, based on this number, I will click on the calculator.
Okay.
Whenever the result come, I will upload in this
For
cell.
for now, let's not upload it in the cell. Let's only write it in the log message for now. You can keep it.
Log message.
You can keep it for the. You can keep the structure. But
Oh,
let's go ahead and write in the log message. Okay. For this, what are the changes that you need to make?
first, I need to add a Excel application scope for this.
Okay. Go ahead and do it. And also, why don't you keep this Excel directly in the project folder instead of keeping it somewhere else?
Okay. Application.
Click on project and then did you add it?
Add it.
Okay. So are you using Excel application scope or workbooks directly? And do you know the difference?
Yeah. If Excel is installed in our system,
Hmm.
we can use Excel application scope. If it is not installed, then we can use a workbook.
Great.
Activities will execute the process fast compared to Excel activity.
Acha. Should
Yes,
I?
you can use workbook. But the problem with workbook activities is workbook activities have
Let me provide.
limited range of activities.
Yes.
And you cannot also open the workbook, open an Excel if you are having workbook activities. Excel should always be closed, else it
Yes.
will throw error. So these are all the important interview questions when someone is asking you regarding the Excel.
Okay.
Okay, instead of giving the complete path, why don't you just give the path directly? Um, Click on that folder. No, not here.
Read range.
Yeah,
Inside read
read
range.
range.
Okay.
You can
Icon.
yes. Click on that icon.
So not only this one.
Yes, only if you can just give that. So it will take a absolute path by default. So since that is
Okay.
already in the project, it will take. Okay.
Okay.
Now, what you need to do?
I want to assign it to data variable.
Okay. So now when we are assigning it, it will become a data table variable.
Okay. After rearrange. I
So
will use for each
Use
okay, for each row or for each data row.
for each row data table.
Okay.
For each row in data table.
Okay. You can keep that current row. That's fine. So you need not change anything. You just give data row. Leave it. Since you have changed it, leave
Okay.
it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I will for each row in data table. I will assign those values to number one and number two variables.
Okay. No need to assign, right? You can directly take the value directly and create it.
Means, but for clicking here,
Okay. Open that. Open attach window, or else you can keep attach window directly in the for loop, because every time you are getting a new value, you are attaching a window. You are attaching it, right? So you are
yeah,
just looping in. Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Mm,
Open that.
okay,
Edit that. Edit selector.
okay.
Okay, scroll down or make it bigger. See,
Mm,
button name equal to 4. Instead of name equal to 4, if you can remove that and see the number on the left, num4 button.
yeah, num4 button.
Yeah, if you can directly make it as dynamic, then it will work, right?
Yeah.
So remove the name equal to 4.
Total is
Yeah,
selected.
yes, because that's not required. Even if you keep star, keep the slash should be there. Even if you keep star, name equal to star doesn't have any value. It can be anything.
Okay,
Okay. Now
yes.
here, if you see number 4 button, okay, click on OK. Whatever you want to do, assign statement, give it. I want you to directly assign it, but few members may not understand it. Click on OK. Okay at the bottom. Yes.
yeah.
Okay. Add two variables, add two assign statements on the top, and then write it as
Okay,
first number, second number.
yeah. Hmm.
So what will be the first number? Row of,
Item of so
instead of
row
that you
dot.
can write row of 0.
Row of no index.
Yeah, row of index is row of 0. Yes, row of index dot toString, and then number 2
Oh,
is row of index row of 1 dot toString.
okay. Okay. So in selectors, we need
Just
to
you need
mention
to
number one
add
and
number 1 and number 2. So if someone is not able to understand, you need to speak, or else you will never understand.
Bajrang, here we have to pass that variable, na?
Yeah,
What
in in double quotes is giving right. I'm not sure.
So that will not work. Now, so whatever
because
Adarsh is writing, it will not work.
they have to be enclosed in curly braces, I believe.
Correct. Enclosed in the curly braces. And Adarsh, so before you click on OK, you just need to validate whether that's working or not.
okay.
Okay. See, give me the access once.
Yeah. Wait a second, I will minimize this thing.
Okay. Now I'll not
Hmm.
go to the corner, right? So
Hmm.
when you are editing the selector, see, this is not getting validated.
Hmm.
So selectors must be validated. And the biggest mistake that you have done is edit selector. Okay. You have removed the complete value in the tag.
Yeah.
So you're just replacing. Okay, this is not coming in. Let's take it from here at least.
This is plus button. Plus
Yeah,
button.
but even if it is plus button, cancel. Uh, edit selector. Okay. See, this num and button are static. The only value that is changing is 5.
Oh,
So if you just add 5 here, this will not be validated because there is some character before 5 and after 5 itself also.
okay.
So you just need to replace this 5.
Replace this 5 with the variables.
Yes, replace that 5 with variables, and here you can just right click, use a variable, and then the variable that you can get select is num2.
Okay.
Click on confirm. So now
Okay.
you are getting a variable. So num and button will be static and the variable only will change.
Okay.
And here name equal to 5. So even this one is not required because this will be changing continuously and we don't know what is the word of the value.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go back and then edit this selector and copy this so that we can add it in the next one. Cut, copy, edit selector, paste. So instead of number 1, this will be number, sorry, number
1.
2, this is number 1.
1.
Okay. So what, just observe carefully what we are doing.
Vajrang,
What?
Vajrang, sorry
Yes,
to interrupt.
tell me.
Do we need to keep the default Yeah, in that particular selector only.
So when you are adding default, it will be added up to here variables. Excuse me. So no need to add default value.
Yeah, we can override it, right?
Yes. Okay. So now when you are doing this, see if I add 3 here, so this can be 3 or 2 or 1 or 0. I'm just explaining selectors to you this class, which I am not intended to or didn't plan to, but just listen carefully so that things will be easier. So now it is 1. So whatever the value is, if we have the value change, then it will be updated by default.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey,
Now
Bajrang, we can put any wildcard there. Why you have taken only
okay.
a part of a selector? That is not
Okay.
did not understand.
Okay.
Just
Great. Got it.
yes.
So here, let's also keep a wildcard. So what wildcard defines? Wildcard defines that you can ignore this particular character, right?
Yeah, right.
Now, when you ignore this that particular 5, uh, if you see in this particular, just a second, UI Explorer, click on indicate element. Can you? Okay, this is working. Okay. See, whatever you want to do, you can do directly in UI Explorer and you can get the values.
Right.
Okay. So if you keep star and let's validate whether it's validating or not. Let's see. It's validating and highlight. What is it validating?
0.
So it is taking the first element that it is validating. Let's also
Right.
keep question mark. Validate. Even this is validating. It's getting to 0. So if you see in this screen, by default, you have 0 in the beginning.
Yes.
But if you want to have 6, how will you get it? Will adding a star or question mark give you the correct result?
No.
Okay, now did you understand why are we doing this?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Now let's go ahead and then um, okay, let's go ahead and debug. Let's debug, please.
Okay.
I think we have not passed the values in variables, I believe.
Yeah, we already passed it, right? We assigned.
No, in the default section.
Default section is not required. See,
Selector issue.
selector issue we have. We need to see what is that selector issue. Could
Open
not
application.
find. See, I've said right. App ID is different now. If you observe in this particular attach or open application, see open application, edit selector. You need to see with the output and the error list whenever there is an issue. Cancel output. See open application could not find UI element corresponding to this selector. Application host framework, app ID, Microsoft calculator, this 8 week wiki, this particular item. Okay.
Okay. We
So
didn't close this calculator.
no, not exactly. So we are not able to select this particular item because of this particular app ID.
Okay.
That is dynamic and that is changing continuously.
Okay.
So
For
whatever you
every
have,
opening.
yes, every opening this will change. So
Bajrang, even the selector is same, na 8 weekdays. That is what we got the error.
correct, but when it is opening, it's searching for a different item.
But the
Okay,
selector result is same as given in the selector.
okay,
That
let's
is what I'm
go
trying
ahead
to say.
and close. and let's open a calculator again. Okay, let's try to validate. Let's see if it is coming correctly. Okay, then if it is coming correctly, then it should have some properties. Working directory, no option. File name, no option. So everything is correct. Let's do only one thing. Let's change or remove this app ID
Yeah.
and see and validate whether it's coming or not. Now let's debug and see. So
Okay.
what can happen is when Excel is already opened or this calculator is already open, it is trying to open a new calculator,
Yeah.
and for that it's trying to fetch a new app ID,
Yes.
but it's not taking the existing app ID.
But all the app IDs are same.
Not required. So when you are opening an Excel application, app IDs may change.
Okay.
Okay. So let's see in the output. Okay. See here. Debug it again. Okay. It's picked
Yeah,
up.
no, it's working
4.
fine.
Yes. So we have only 5 more minutes or 6 more minutes. Let's complete this and then we'll go tomorrow to complete RE framework. Okay. And
Okay.
here, so what are we having? We are having Excel to read. First, we are reading the Excel and we are opening the application to work on it, and we are looping in to all the row items to get the values. And in the output, you can see 8, 9, and 11
Okay.
are the outputs. Okay. Now, can we write this first thing? Okay. Can you copy this in the GitHub folder? Let's close this. Okay. Let's wait. Others, I want you to copy this calculator folder in
Hmm.
GitHub folder, please.
Okay. Okay.
I'll do that. GitHub folder and make a commit.
Hmm.
Make a pull request. I will accept it immediately. So are you guys still confused on what is a pull request and how to work on GitHub?
No, Vajra. I think few of the team members have.
Okay. So you just need to give summary. Just write calculator. Okay. Commit to main and then push. No need to give description. That should be fine. Push to origin and then make a pull request fast. Okay, we have few pull requests pending. Trishula first commit pull request and accepted. Congratulations on your first commit, Trishula. Pull request. Raju, your pull request is accepted. Okay, first for Mahesh. Mahesh, your pull request is successfully accepted. And Pony Buster, this is different. Do we have the change? Do we have the pull request? Yeah, go to your fork and then make a pull request.
Okay.
Go to your fork, click on the fork button. Yeah, go to RPA developer and that it is. Click on pull request. Yes. New pull request. Yes. So you're sending it to my main. From your main, create a pull request. Just give out calculator linear process as title.
Calculate a linear process.
Yes. So this is a linear process, right? Whatever we are doing,
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, we are getting the data
one by
by one.
one, and then we are closing it. Everything is done in single access, single workflow. So yeah, create a pull request.
Vajrang, linear in the sense we're getting only one-time data, right? Here it is iterative, right? We are using for each
Correct.
row.
Correct. You are correct. Okay. So this branch has no conflicts. Checking one progress, and then let me check with the pull request and accept it. Squash and merge. So everyone can copy the file. So don't open Adarsh calculator file directly in your machines because that will throw error. Copy it into your local in your folders and then open it. Complete calculator folder. Okay. So Adarsh, why don't we go ahead and then go to Teams channel?
Teams.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then
Mm.
go to files. Okay. And then open team notes. Yep. On the left side, there will be sections. On the click on sections on the left side. Yeah. Yes, correct. Okay. Create one more page and then add week 2. Just add a page at the bottom in the section. Add section at the bottom,
Okay.
bottom,
Here.
bottom, bottom.
Below.
Okay.
Yeah.
Add section and
Week 2.
week 2.
Yep. Add one more section called add one more page called calculator in week 2. Click on OK. Yeah. You can just rename it. Rename on the top and then you will get it. That's fine.
Rename
That's fine.
section.
That's fine. No. Yeah.
So
Just
here.
yeah. Correct. Calculator. Okay. Now let's write steps. What we are doing. Okay.
Okay.
Step
Hmm.
number 1. On the top you have this one, right? You can click on it. Just
Vajrang,
understand.
sorry to interrupt.
Yeah, tell me.
Before writing what is the process, I mean, we can name it as use case and I mean, read the data from Excel file and do operations in Excel calculator application. We can name it use case.
Yeah,
That
you
would be
can
good.
just rename it. Calculator use case, whatever you want. You can rename it later. Okay.
I meant to say process name. I mean, the
Mm,
title is calculator. That's fine,
mm,
Vajrang.
mm,
I mean, my request is we can name it as use case,
mm.
and what are the steps means read the data from Excel file and do
That's what
operations in
that's what we are
Ex-
doing. So what I
yeah.
want you to do is let others do it. You can also edit it, right? So if others completes it, you can edit it after the end.
No, okay. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay. So others, let's write steps one by one. Okay. First
Hmm.
we are reading the Excel. Read Excel range.
Okay.
Okay. Then what we are doing? We are opening open calculator. We are doing
Open application.
open what
Okay.
application? Calculator application. Okay. Next, adding a for loop. Okay.
Okay.
Hit enter and press tab. Tab.
Okay.
Now inside for loop, what are we doing?
Creating variables.
Creating variables. Creating variable one, variable two. Make it fast, please.
Okay, okay.
We need to complete it.
Creating variable 1 and 2, then adding click activity.
Clicking 1 and 2 activities. Clicking 1 and 2 numbers. Click numbers 1, number 1, and then enter. Click plus, and then click number 2.
Okay.
Add it in the next step. Press enter. No. Okay. Enter. Just a second. I just want you to do it in the next step.
Oh, gotcha. Next step.
Okay. So here, click number 1, Control V, click plus. Okay. So number 1 plus number 2, then click equal to. Click equal, then copy result.
Copy result.
Yes.
Okay. Assign to variable.
Log result.
Sorry.
Log result. Log log result.
Log result.
Okay. And then hit 2 times enter. Enter. Enter again. Okay. Now, after completing everything, closing the
Close application.
Yeah, close a calculator application. Okay.
Fine.
So are these the only steps that we are trying to do? Everyone, can you please confirm? Everyone.
We are attaching window.
Great. Attach window. Okay. Good. Good understanding of the process. Okay. So can we add this attach window as a subpath? Like adding a for loop in that attach window, we have all these things. Okay. Then anything else?
For each row, for
Yeah, we are adding for loop.
I think that's it, Vajra.
Okay, so what we can do is let's copy everything. So this is an iterative process without um, just a minute. So okay, sorry. So this is an iterative process. Let's add one more thing. Now let's add the same things in RE framework. Okay. So here I'm also doing one more thing. Like I'll copy each and everything from here. Sorry. And paste it. So whatever the steps that I have, normal process, the same steps will be there in RE framework as well. There will not be any change.
Okay.
Okay. But the only change that can happen is, so we are adding read Excel and calculator, Excel calculator, right? So these two steps are considered as initialization state. Okay. Got it? So in the
Okay.
initialization state, we will be adding read range and open calculator, because we will not be doing it every time, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
Yes,
instead of adding for loop, attach calculator window and all, so this will, there will be a separate stage here, that is get calculator, get transaction item. Okay, I will tell you how to use this later, but just remember that we are getting one transaction item. Okay, now all this process can be taken. So in this RE framework, we will not have a looping, because that will be handled by the system
process.
itself, by the process itself. So instead of adding for loop, we will just add it to process. Okay, and here closing calculator, this will be inside
End is good.
uh, close all process, or what? What is the process name?
End process.
End process.
And
Exactly.
process.
Exactly. So you're following end process. Okay. Now see, is there any change between the steps that we are doing and with the RE framework?
No.
There is no change. The only change is with the segregation of information.
Mm.
Okay. But here, one simple change is we are getting a for loop, right? Instead of for loop, this get transaction item will give one row at a time, or one transaction at a time.
One record or one
One
row?
record, one transaction, or one record. Okay. Or one entity, one item,
One field value.
not one field.
Oh, not one field value.
Okay. So see, transaction or record or item, everything it will give us. If it is so here, let's say that there are list of names. Okay. So what is the transaction item?
Row item.
It is a name. When you have
Oh,
list of
list of
names, a name is the transaction item. When you have a word of characters, so what is a transaction item here?
character.
Character. Okay. So let's say that Adarsh, so is the word, and I want to capitalize all the letters of it. So every time I will get first A, then S. So first A, D, A, R, S, H. So these are all the characters. Every time I get only one character. Okay. I have array of files or file paths. So what is the transaction item here?
Single path.
File.
Exactly. Single path. Single path or single file. Okay. Now did you get what is the transaction item holistically?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So when you are processing 1000 records, so one record will be a transaction item.
Mm.
So here in the Excel, this transaction item will give you one row item. Outputs one row item. Now, if you remember previously, we discussed about RE framework, right?
Yes.
Now, just have a quick understanding in this way. Uh, okay. So first we will have initialization. Okay. Now
Okay.
when the initialization is completed, we will get one transaction item, and this transaction item will give access to this process, or this continue to this process.
Mm.
If that is completed, it will go and fetch the next transaction item. Okay.
Okay.
And this will repeat again.
Just like for each.
Exactly. And after the second item, it will again come to get transaction item, and it will get into process. and if that is completed, then it will go back to get transaction item to fetch one more item. Okay, but if there is any exception in process state, then it will directly go into initialization state to reset the applications. So if there is any error in clicking a number, clicking a variable, copying a result, logging a result, if there is any such exception, it will go back and initialize, read Excel and open Excel, open calculator.
Okay.
And again it will continue. It will get one more transaction item, it will continue the process, and it will get till all the items are completed.
Okay.
Okay. One last
Bajrang,
thing
you
is,
meant to,
tell
yeah,
me,
sorry,
tell me, tell me, tell
you
me.
meant to say if any system exception, it will again initialize the init state.
Correct, correct.
If it is business rule exception, then it will
Go
go
into
to the
get
next
right.
transaction.
Correct,
Get next channel. Correct.
correct.
Thank you.
One last thing is, if there is any error in initialization state, it will go to end process. Because since initialization itself failed, we cannot proceed further. Is it correct?
Correct.
Yes.
So if the initialization reading Excel itself failed, so can we proceed further? No.
No.
Open calculator failed, can we proceed further? No. So
No.
there is no need to get transaction item and working on this process, right?
Yes.
So for that reason, we are going directly to end process. Let's assume that there is no item to send to process. Do we need to go into process?
No.
No need.
So even from get transaction item, if there is no transaction items to process, we are going into end process state.
Yes.
Yes.
Now
If there is no data.
whatever we discussed earlier with this particular, let's take this section and then let's see RE framework. We should have it here. I'll take 2 more minutes of yours.
Okay, fine.
So now we are linking up all the dots and we are trying to get a complete picture. Okay, now let's see this. In this RE framework, so this is the RE framework, right? So here we are opening a calculator and opening the Excel. We are getting one transaction at a time. If that is successful, if there is a new transaction, we are processing it. If it is successful, go to get transaction item and get the next item. If it is a business rule exception, even then go and get a next item. But if there is any error in the initialization state, if system exception, go to end process. And if there is no data, even then go to end process. Now, did you understand? Are you able to get the things clearly?
Yes.
Yes, Bajrang.
Okay. So now go back and watch the same video that we have discussed this RE framework. Now you will get it much more easier way.
Vajram,
Yes, tell me please.
this is Sarita. Can you explain system exception in iframe?
See,
Yeah, can you say?
system exception is simple. Okay. Will you be able to work with calculator if the Excel calculator application is not available or if it throws an error?
No,
No.
I can't.
If there is an error in Excel, can you work?
No.
So that is system exception. So
Then
anything,
it has to.
anything.
Sorry.
No, tell me.
When the application is not open, then you need to close the process, right? Do we need to close the process or
See,
should we end the
we are doing
process?
all the process, closing the application, opening the, closing the process or killing the process. We are doing. Okay, but for doing the work, for example, here clicking, we are clicking on number 1, right? So
Yes.
when there is an error in clicking number 1,
Okay.
so even that is a system exception. Is it right or not?
Instead of clicking one number, if we click any other
No,
symbol or something.
no. Even clicking itself is throwing an error.
Okay.
Okay. If there is, if you want to click on one and if it is clicking on two, then itself it's you're doing a coding mistake, or you didn't code it properly, or you didn't select it properly.
Okay.
I
Okay.
shown
Yeah,
you
got
earlier,
it.
right? If you keep
Yeah,
instead of the numbers, if you keep star, always it will click on zero only. It will not go to any other number.
okay.
So that is your coding error. It's not a system
Okay.
exception.
Yeah, got it. Okay.
Okay. Any application or any exception that's not allowing you to do the process is a system exception.
Okay. Okay. Then we need to repeat it again.
Then we need to reset it so that
Or
things will
reset.
reinitialize it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, got it. Vajram, thank you.
Yes. Any other questions? I hope today the session is easier for you to understand, everyone.
Yes, Vajra.
Okay. Quick 1 minute feedback. Whatever you want to talk about today's session, please talk, and then you can drop out if you want, or else I will drop out after taking all your feedbacks. Make it quick. One-liners. Stop screen share, Adarsh.
Oh, okay.
Adarsh, I know you are able to understand. Trishula, were you able to understand? Trishula, I'm not able to hear you. Please correct your audio as early as possible. Surabhi, were you
Yeah,
able to
Vajra.
understand?
Mohammed here.
Yeah, Mohammed.
Yeah, as you have taken a calculator application and you integrated, you explained in RE framework. So really, I explained one key point regarding that system exception.
Mm-hmm.
That's very helpful to my existing knowledge on RE framework.
Okay,
Guided
great.
it well. Thank you, Vajra.
Okay, next, Shankar.
Vajrang, actually here I think this time it good actually differentiated the like the like if we do the work outside RE framework and how to when we do the RE auto plan when we do the RE framework, so that I learned from here now actually that's it's
Super.
very clear.
Okay, Sarita.
Thank you.
I learned about the system exception in RE framework, and a little bit about selectors too. That which I needs to be put on more effort on that.
Sure. Hope you understood RE framework.
Yeah, a little bit.
Practice
It has
it.
to.
Practice it.
Yeah,
Whatever we are doing,
I have
practice
to
it.
practice
Tomorrow
it.
we are going to convert complete this calculator into RE framework. So copy the file from Adarsh and then try it. And Ravi, were you able to understand? I hope you're joined late, but you're picking up the things faster now. Is it correct?
Yes, Rajnang. I was able to understand that. So how we will do the normal process? I mean, normal in sequence and RE framework. What's the major difference? And also today I have learned that,
Okay.
and yeah, able to understand that.
Mahesh. Okay, since Mahesh is not able to continue, I'm dropping off. If you want to talk, you can discuss, or else everyone can drop off from the session. I'm stopping the recording as well. It will be available for you all.